Hello, everyone, and welcome to this interactive webinar with Mentimeter. Very happy to be here with all of you. My name is Oscar Svernlov. We are just about to get started. If you haven't already, now is a great time to grab your phone or open a new tab on your computer. Go to menti.com and put in the code that you see right here. We have today's code is 65177694. Or if you like, you could just take your phone camera and hold it in front of the QR code, and you'll be able to join the Menti link straight away. No, don't have to put in a code or anything. And once you're in, feel free to let me know what it is that you teach. We have a bunch of answers here already. We have Mentimeter, you're teaching Mentimeter, philosophy, mathematics, clinical coding. Wow. And wine enology. Also, we have geography. Awesome to see. I've also activated the comments from audience in Mentimeter. So if you want to go ahead and send me a little comment, you can do that in menti.com. If you are in, you can just press send a comment and you'll be able to send me a little comment. We have one coming here. Amazing. Great. Also, I have the Q&A activated. So if you have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to open up the Q&A and send me a question. So far, we don't have any questions, but if you have any, please send them in. Very nice. We are just about to start here. I just want to make sure that everybody can join. I've also sent a voting link, so you can join directly by just clicking on that link. I'll put that here. Come and join. And you can just click that link to join the Menti straight away. Very nice, folks. I think it's time to get this webinar show started. I am broadcasting live here from our Stockholm headquarters in Sweden. And we might have people from all over the place. At least we have a bunch of different teachers here joining us today in this webinar. Lovely. Let's get started. This is an interactive webinar called Mentimeter for Educators. And I will take you through every little tips and tricks that I know when it comes to using Mentimeter for teaching. This might be teaching in a school context. You could be teaching at a organization. That's why I put educators here. So any type of teacher who wants to use Mentimeter to create a better learning experience. I have made sure that it's really interactive. So make sure everybody to join the menti.com and put in that code. Actually, when you've joined, you feel free to give me a thumbs up in the Menti so I know that we have people joining us here. All right, we have one thumbs up there. Awesome. 3. Okay, you're with me. Great. Once again, this will be interactive. So I will be asking you a bunch of questions throughout the webinar. And I really want you to experience Mentimeter from both the presenter point of view, which is my point of view, and the audience point of view. Now, this is a Mentimeter for Educators webinar. If you're completely new to Mentimeter, we recommend that you check out our Getting Started webinar. The Getting Started webinar will take you through the basics. We have a bunch of them recorded on YouTube. I'm happy to send that to you at the end of the webinar if you haven't seen that yet. But so if you haven't seen that, highly recommend you check that out. This is Mentimeter for Educators. So we'll be going up a notch here in terms of difficulty level. But hopefully I'll be able to show you everything so you understand, of course. Nice. We have 4 thumbs up here in the audience. A quick checklist before we start. Once again, get ready to participate. Go to menti.com. The code will always be up top here, 65177694. So you'll always see that in case you get lost. You can always find it there. Please ask questions and you can use the upvotes. So if somebody actually wants to send me a question now just to see that it works. So if you could just send maybe test or something. Let's see here. Yes. Okay. So somebody sent the question here, right? And that is test. And if you now open the Q&A, you can actually press a thumbs up to upvote that question, which means that it'll rank higher. We'll see how many questions we get, but this is just good to know. If you have any questions, just put in the Q&A and I'll be able to answer that. Very nice. This webinar is being recorded, so I will send it out to you afterwards. You can watch it again 100 times, and if you have to go a bit later, no worries. Or sorry, go a bit early, no worries. You also will get a certificate of completion, so keep your eyes out for that in your email. And with that said, I think it's time to get going. A short introduction of your host. My name is Oscar Svernlov. I work as the community content creator here at Mentimeter, which means I create content for our lovely Mentimeter community, so Mentimeter users. I do the YouTube YouTube tutorials. I do webinars, anything and everything to make you all become better presenters. I actually used to teach. I used to teach Swedish, and I used Mentimeter a lot in my teaching. So I've brought my best tips and tricks here today, and now I work for Mentimeter. I love the app. I also enjoy eating popcorn. We have a question from the audience. Where are you from? That's a great question. I am from Stockholm, Sweden. From the wasn't born in the headquarters here at Mentimeter, but in the same city. And I grew up here as well. Nice. Let's answer that one. Keep the questions coming, folks. That's really nice. If anything related to me or Mentimeter, I'm happy to answer. Let's get to know our audience a little bit. I've given you like a full introduction of me, but I would love to know some expectations for this session. So if you go to menti.com, once again, go put that code in and join the presentation. You can actually write some expectations in the Menti, and it'll come up here. I'll put a test here to show you how to use Menti in classroom. So you can send up to 250 characters here, and I just would like to know kind of where we're at, if you want to learn about features or just generally what your expectations are. We have one here: how to use Menti in the classroom to increase my interactivity with students in my online classes. That's a great expectation. We are doing this online, right? Mentimeter works great for both online teaching and for teaching in the classroom. So this is excellent. I'm actually going to see if I can send you a YouTube video for this. Let me just see if we have one. Mentimeter. There we go. I'm just going to copy this. And this is, if you right now we're using Livestorm to do the online teaching, right? But we have a video on how to use Mentimeter with Microsoft Teams and Zoom. I'll put that in just as a little help thing for you. Here we have one to see what Mentimeter actually is. Yes, you're going to get a first-hand view of Mentimeter. We're actually using Mentimeter right now as we speak, so that's a good expectation. To understand how I can build Mentimeter into my online training sessions. I like that one as well. To learn how to integrate Mentimeter in my classroom and make my lectures more interactive and collaborative. Ooh, I really like this one. More experience, absolutely. Get to ideas out of creative elements, training sessions to keep learners' interest going. Awesome. Wow. These are some great expectations here, folks. I really hope that I will be able to meet these. We definitely will be seeing what Mentimeter is, and hopefully you'll get a lot more experience. And I'll definitely touch upon how to integrate this in your teaching, and I'll be showing a bunch of good examples that you can use in the classroom. Get ideas how to add creative elements to keep learners' interest going. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much for this, folks. This is really great for me to see and get some of your expectations. Awesome. Let's move on to another question to my audience. I would love to know how familiar you are with Mentimeter. Are you a super presenter? Have you used it a couple times, tried it once, only voted? Or maybe you're asking, what is Mentimeter, right? Okay, somebody just did. What is Mentimeter? For those of you who answered that, I do recommend checking out our Getting Started webinar. I'm going to put that in the chat. Getting Started with Mentimeter webinar. This is one we did earlier. If you don't know what Mentimeter is, highly recommend you check that webinar out. That is a full run through of the basics of Mentimeter and how to get your account set up and running. I won't be covering the basics here. I'll be covering Mentimeter in the classroom. Beautiful. We have a few people who have used it a couple of times, about half of you, and 33% have only voted on a present. 43 even have only voted on a presentation. No super users here today. Hopefully, I'll be able to push that a little bit at the end of the webinar to make you all become super users at one point. I see we have some new people joining us here for the webinar. Once again, feel free to join the presentation as well. You can go to menti.com. Just take your phone or your laptop. This is a live webinar, so we're doing it, everything's happening in real time here. And yeah, come and join and get your voice heard. Beautiful. So about a 50-50 split. I've used it a couple times and some people have only voted. Oh, there we go. A super presenter just joined us. Beautiful. Okay. Hopefully I should be able to teach all of you something here. So today's class, what will we be covering today? Of course, we'll be looking at engaging question types for the classroom. And once again, I really want to make sure that this is not only for a traditional classroom, right, such as a school or university. This is great if you're teaching online or if you're teaching at a company or an organization, any type of learning setting. We're going to be looking at some teacher-specific tips and tricks, some little small things that I like to do to really make my presentations shine. And of course, we're going to have a live Q&A, so you can ask me anything on Mentimeter or anything else, any tips you want to see. No questions yet, but keep them coming. And finally, I'll be giving you some useful links and resources, so make sure to stay to the end to see that. I have one last question for you before we get started, and I would love to know if you have been to any Mentimeter webinars before. So just simply straight up yes or no. Okay, it looks like we have a few who have been. Okay, majority haven't, but about a third have been. If you want to send me a comment which webinar you've been to, you can use the comments from audience and just let me know which webinar you've been to. Maybe it's the getting started. It might have been the advanced one. I'm not sure. You can actually send a comment on menti.com. We're getting one here. Okay, we're getting some love. Very nice. With Livestorm, Alexander was here Livestorm last week. Okay. Watch some YouTubes. Yeah, fair enough. Good. Then you kind of know the deal here, right? It's going to be very interactive. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions throughout, so you really can get a feel for Mentimeter. Nice. Let's dive into it, folks. It's time for a demo, and I think this is the best way to really show this. And once again, I'll be showing you all these different demos here. You can copy these slides to your own account. I'll be sending this whole presentation to you, so you can just copy and steal and use it in your own classroom setting. And we're going to start with the lovely word cloud. So send me a thumbs up if you've used the word cloud and a thumbs down if you haven't. Okay, looks like we have not. Four. Okay, lots of people haven't used this. Great. One person has. So the word cloud is a perfect way to introduce a class or a topic. Okay, and this is great to have in the beginning of your presentations. It can also provide a starting point for discussions, right? We also have a profanity filter just to filter out any bad words. And it is also emoji compatible. So, and I think the best way to show this is to simply show you a word cloud slide type in Mentimeter. And we're going to do a demo here. So let's say we've been away from school, maybe we've been sick, or there's been I don't know, lockdowns or whatever. And here you can ask your students, use one word to describe how it feels to be back in school. And as we can see when we get answers in, if you go in and vote here, we can see that this will come up as a little cloud here, right? Good, great. And the nice thing with this is that the more awful, doesn't feel good at all. The more words people have, the more answers we get in good, the bigger it gets. Okay. So this is a super nice one. I'm going to show you behind the scenes what it looks like. This is the editor in Mentimeter, right? You go to Mentimeter.com to log into your accounts, right? And then you get to your presentation. And here I have my presentation. And I am using the question type here called word cloud. That's simply where it is. It's right up here. And here I can ask my questions, use one word to describe. and I'm letting you do one entry. You could do a couple more if you like, but I like to just keep it to one. Feels vaccinated. Good. So then when I go and present this, the words will come up like this. And we also have a nice way, if you want to like clear out any words in the word cloud, I can go down here and I can close the voting. So I'm going to click here, close voting. And then maybe I want to remove awful here, or let's take away good, just so you can see how that looks. And I can actually click on that word and we can then see that that will disappear. So that's just a nice way to kind of keep everything nice and tidy. The word cloud also works great to create some discussion about a topic that you have, right? So let's say I'm presenting about ancient Egypt, and then I just might ask my audience, okay, what do you know about ancient Egypt? And this gives me a good overview of what my class knows. And in that way, I'll be able to see what people already know and where I can kind of start my. So here, for example, pyramids and nothing. That's maybe not a lot of knowledge about ancient Egypt. So that means I can then start kind of with the basics. Cleopatra was awesome. Okay, maybe we know some things here. So that's the word cloud. Go in and check it out. It's available in all the free or paid tiers. You can use it as much as you like and ask any open question. Once again, you find it here, word cloud. We seem to know a lot though. Alexandria, pyramids, multiplication, papyrus. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Bread, yes, of course. Let's move on to the next question type, which is the multiple choice. And once again, give me a thumbs up if you've used the multiple choice and thumbs down if you haven't. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we haven't seen this one. Some of us might have, maybe. Three thumbs up, 3 thumbs down. So multiple choice allows you to poll your crowd. Okay, it's a real-time polling tool. And it's great for checking in on student knowledge or opinion. So either you ask them what they know or what they think. And you can add your own pictures, you can add different chart types, and you can also use it as kind of a soft quiz. And we're going to show a demo of that. So I am going to actually move to this one. No, wait, hold on, folks. Sorry. Yeah, let's start with this one. So this is a soft quiz here, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by hiding the results. And this is just nice if you don't want the students to kind of to kind of see what the other people have answered. You can just hide the results. So here I'm asking, how many users does Mentimeter have? So is it 200 million, 100 million, or 50 million? And as I can see here, we're getting answers in. We have 3 answers so far, 4 or 5. And once I have my answers in, I can show the results. And we can see here that we have a good split. And then if I want to show the correct answer, I press enter. And we can see that Mentimeter actually has 200 million users. So this is a fun kind of soft quiz. You won't see if you got it right in your phone. It's just for me as a teacher to kind of see what it looks like. So let me show you how I built this. Very simple. I'm in type question here. I'm using the multiple choice, right? And I have my content here. My question, how many users does Mentimeter have? And then I can put in my options, 200, 150. I can add more if I like, but I'll just keep it to that. And then I can change the layout if I like that. So you can really customize this. Do the pie chart if you like. Dots, we can do that as well, but I like to use the bars. And then here I have toggled the show correct answers. So by toggling this, you can have it as a correct answer. You don't have to have this, but it's nice to have, because then if it has a correct answer, you can show or hide that. Let's look at another type of multiple choice. I'm going to remove that one. So here's another one where I've added some pictures, right? And this is really nice if you want to use pictures in your teaching. And once again, this is an example slide, but you can add any images to Mentimeter, right? So here, and you get to see the images in your phone, right? So which picture shows the lungs, and then you submit that. And I can see here I'm getting 6 answers. 2 questions as well. Great. Keep those questions coming. We have a question here. Perfect. Keep those questions coming. So we have 6 answers, and then I'm going to show the results. People have answered that, and then I'm going to show the correct answer. And we can see that the second one lights up. So that's our correct answer. So how did I build this? Same thing here, right? I'm using the type. I have the multiple choice. I have my content. I can add another option. And then here I put number 4. And then I can click on this little image. And then I'll be able to upload any image or go to our image library. I can do a heart here. Maybe we'll do this. See if the image uploader is loading. There we go. I can make it a bit smaller if I like, and then save that. And we will have a picture in the actual bar chart here. So that's really nice. And that's just a way to kind of add more visual elements to your presentation. Let's move on to another one. And here I'm asking about kind of more an opinion question. And here you can answer up to 2 answers if you like that. So with this question type, you can really get some nice, some nice opinions from your audience here. So we have engagement and experience is important. And here I have an image here as well, so we can see that. To be humble, yes. Knowledge in the field. To be a good listener. Yeah, engagement seems to be important. And to be a good listener, yeah. And Mentimeter offers that as well, right? You can really listen to be heard. Beautiful. Same thing here. This is also a multiple choice. The exact same question type. All I've done is I've added an image here. So we can remove that if you like. And then you don't have an image in your presentation. And here we recognize the bar chart, right? But here I just change it to pie. We can even do dots as well to get a nice little spread here. Very nice. Let's move on to the content slides. Give me a thumbs up if you've used content slides. Thumbs down if you haven't. No. Okay. Maybe, yeah, 2 thumbs down. Okay, we have 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up. Great. So content slides offers an easy and quick alternative to other presentation platforms. Instead of using PowerPoint and having to like switch in between your different presentations, you can use the content slides. And it's really useful for presenting your class material. So if you want to upload PDFs or images to Mentimeter directly. You can use this to create dynamic presentations, and we have that interaction through the reactions. And you've seen I've used these, right? Thumbs up, thumbs down. So you can really keep that interaction happening. We have the heart, the cat, and the thumbs up, thumbs down, right? So let's look at some examples. Let me add the cat just to show you what it looks like. And that's just for fun. The cat emoji is you can assign it to whatever you like. I like to say, press the cat if you feel really happy or whatever you like to use it as. So here is an image slide. I have uploaded an entire image to Mentimeter, and we might be talking, it might be art class, right? And I have this full image. You also get the image in Mentimeter directly, so you can zoom in and just look at it right there. And also I have the reaction. So, when you're done discussing, send me a thumbs up or something like that. And what I'm using here behind the scenes, I'm using these called the content slides. And here I'm using image. And then I'm going to go here to content, and I can upload any image from my computer or use one from the Unsplash library. And here we have one. I can press save. So this is really nice. And you can add image. You don't have to have a caption if you don't like. You could just remove that and just have the image, but I like to have that. Quiz was not supposed to come yet, folks. Let's see if we have any more. Here we have one. So this is the video slide, and this is really cool. I can add a video directly to Mentimeter. So we can see here's a molarity video, and I just press play.
In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most common ways to measure solute concentration in a solution, And that
So this is super nice. I know a lot of teachers have a lot of video material nowadays, and you can just add a YouTube video straight to your presentations. I'm gonna actually, I can do that live here. So I'm gonna add a slide and then go down here to video. And here I can just paste any YouTube video and I'll be able to add that. And we get a video directly in Mentimeter. Let me, whoop, gonna do, sorry, unskip, there we are. We also have a bullet slide, which looks like this. Another content slide, right, folks? And here, if you're presenting a class material, you have gravity, space-time, speed of light, space-time, everything, Q&A session. And this is really nice to have, you know, if you're using the content slides. This one is called a bullet slide. And I can then change the image as well. Once again, upload any image here. We can search space. That's a cool one. Gonna save that. And once again, it's just a nice way to really add kind of your own style to the presentation. You could put it on the side like that, put it as a background if you like. But I think that looks good. I can change this text size a little bit. So once again, I do recommend that you check out our content slides. We have the video, we have the instruction slide, big text image, if you want to create longer and more dynamic presentations in your Mentimeter presentations. Folks, we have one more demo for you, and this time we're going to take a look at the quiz. So send me a thumbs up if you've used the quiz, thumbs down if you haven't. Okay, kind of a split, 50-50. Yeah, I love this question type, and I used to use it in my teaching all the time. It's a great way to create engagement. And you could choose between selecting the answer or typing it in. And you can add optional leaderboards to see who's answered and got the most points. And this is a great way to summarize the class and to increase knowledge retention. So I like to use this at the end of my classes. And what other way than to do a demo of the actual quiz? So here you'll be able to join, and you can write in your name. You don't have to add your name if you don't want to. That's up to you. And the emoji here is just randomly assigned. I do recommend you to join the quiz here. It's a lot of fun. Menti.com 6517-7694. You have the code up top here as well. We have 8 hungry players. We have a banana, Santa Claus, an alien, and a goat, fish, flower, and bird. Let's go ahead and start this. So answer fast to get more points, and look in your phones now. How do you say bread in Arabic? Is it asal, khubz, asir, or halib? And this is just to show that we have other languages in Mentimeter, so you can add whatever text you want. Oh, good split here, but we only have one correct answer. It is khubz. Wow, that was a tricky one. Maybe not so many Arabic speakers here. So the way I did this one, I'm using this one called here the quiz competition. And very simple. I put in my content, my question here. How do you say bread? And then I have my options of some Arabic text. And then I've put in the time to answer. The quiz is time sensitive, so you have to add how many seconds to answer. If you want people to have enough time, you can do 30, 40 seconds, but I like to keep it around 20, 30. And then you can toggle if you want faster, correct answers to give more points. Nice, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Only one correct answer here, and it is Costanza, the banana here with 807 points. Congratulations. Let's move on to the next question. And this time, I think you're going to have to answer fast. Yes, you're going to have to answer fast to get more points, folks. What is beta, where beta is 1/2 times 2/1 times the square root of 1? Make sure to answer fast here, folks. 13, 12 seconds, 10 seconds to go. Hurry up, 8 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And we have some math teachers with us here today. Yes, it is 1. That's correct. Here, we can get special characters into Mentimeter. If you're teaching math, this is great. We're using the LaTeX system here. So I'm going to actually go to the help center and just send this to you in case we have any Math teachers, math support. That's just nice. Also, it's a great link to our help center if you need some help with figuring out Mentimeter. Very nice. I have one last question for you folks before we're going to move on to the Q&A. I see we have 3 questions from the audience. So please keep this coming, and we'll be answering that shortly. We have one last question before we go to the Q&A. And this time I'm answering, what is latex? Sorry, not latex. What is the capital of Ethiopia? Please let me know. And here you can actually type in your answer. I thought that it was pronounced latex, but maybe it is latex. Yeah, I'm not a math teacher, so I trust you there. Hurry up and type, folks. It's only 7 seconds to go. Yalla, yalla. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yo, do we have enough answers here? Don't know. Asmara isn't correct. It's actually Addis Ababa. That is the correct answer. No correct answers here. Let's say somebody was close. Now Berlin isn't close, but if this was close, I could always change this and give it a right answer, right? And the same thing here. I'm using the type answer, which is another quiz that we have. And here I have my question and then the correct answer to display, which here is Addis Ababa. You can have other correct answers. So this is the Oromo and the Amhara name of the city. And same thing here. I have 30 seconds to answer here. Nice. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Costanza is up there. Oscar is with us. Khalisi, Zara, Noama, Tweety as well. Who will take the cake? Yeah, it is Costanza. Beautiful. 1,608 points. Congratulations on the quiz win. Very nice, folks. That is it for the demo part. Let's move in to some questions. And I do want to urge you here to go to Mentimeter.com. Amazing. Maybe that's Costanza saying amazing. I really urge you to go to Mentimeter.com. No, sorry, Menti.com and join and put in the code and send me questions. So here we have one. Are Mentimeter responses truly anonymous? That's a great question. And the short answer is yes, they are anonymous. I will send you a video here. Anonymous Mentimeter. That dives into this topic a bit more. So I'm going to send that in the chat. And you can watch that video if you're wondering about anonymity. But yes, the default mode is that the answers are anonymous. Is the free version useful too? Yes, I would say that is very useful. The free, let's go ahead and check the plan. So Mentimeter.com/plans. So the free version allows you to have unlimited presentations, unlimited content slides. You can have 5 quiz questions and 2 questions, Mentimeter questions. And we also have the Q&A. So the free version, there's quite a lot you can do with it. I'd say the only limitation is to have more interactive questions. But yeah, I do recommend checking it out. Also, if you're a teacher, we also have educative prices. So that the basic only costs $7 a month. I highly recommend checking that out if you are a teacher. I'm going to put that in the chat. Teacher pricing. What's the deal with the cat? So the cat is just for fun. There's no deeper meaning. We use the reactions as a way to create engagement, and the cat is just there for you to create even more engagement. You can choose to turn on or turn off the cat, and it can be, if you have a cat, press the cat or something fun. It's just to give some more variety to thumbs up, thumbs down, and the question mark. Nice, folks. I don't see any more. The cat can mean I have a cat on my lap now, or my cat. Yeah, sure. I guess the cat could mean I have a cat on my lap now. Maybe not a super common reaction, but sure, why not? I'm going to keep this Q&A open for a bit. I just want to give you some further resources. If you haven't checked this out, we have something called the Mentimeter Academy, which is our getting started crash course. It's a free learning platform that we have. And you can actually click on this to get to the academy straight away. We have a beginner's course and an intermediate course, and you can take the lessons at your own pace. It's super useful. It's completely free. And if you want to learn more about Mentimeter, and it's also interactive, so you get to vote and really get to know how to use the tool. So I just wanted to give you that. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who joined today. I'll stay around for a couple more minutes in case we have any more questions. Please check out our upcoming webinars. We do have educational pricing. I have put some teacher templates here as well. Feel free to add me on LinkedIn and keep the conversation going. I'm happy to chat about presentations or teaching or whatever you like. I've actually hyperlinked these, so you can actually click the links straight away in your phone and you'll be able to access these various links. So folks, once again, thank you so much for joining today. We're getting some amazing from the audience. Good job on the quiz, and hopefully you've learned a thing or two and you've also understood what Mentimeter is. Costanza is saying thank you here. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Naoma as well. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander, as well. Happy to have you all here. We'll be doing a little bit break of the webinars during the holiday period here, but we'll be back for sure in January and February if you're interested in more. All right, folks, that is it for me. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you in a future event. Thank you. Bye-bye.